Hey everyone, my name is Brandon. I'm the founder and owner of ShopSplat.com, which is a store where you can get really cool, trendy items. And so, just like the store, this YouTube channel is all about how to do really cool things. So I teach you how to backflip, how to juggle, how to ride a unicycle, how to play guitar, how to do like some other really cool, neat stuff. And today, I'm going to teach you how to do some close-up coin magic. Here we go. So magic's a really cool thing just to do like with your friends, especially like if you like just have a few tricks you can do with anything. I love coin magic. Coin magic is my favorite because everyone has a coin or something small like this, maybe a paper clip, you know, something like that that you can use to do magic on. So really quick, be sure to go down and check out ShopSplat. It'll be the first link in the bio, but that is how I support myself and I can continue making these videos for you. But yeah, enough of that. Let's get into it. So the great thing about it is that it takes, you know, just a little bit of practice to learn some moves and whatnot and get them down. And then from there, you can impress your friends. And the real cool thing about it is it's close up magic, right? So I can be literally right in front of them and be doing these tricks and still make it appear like I can make things disappear and reappear and go from one place to another. Alright, so I'm going to be teaching you two moves that you can do with a coin. So you can use any coin. I like to use like bigger coins. This is actually, I don't even know, I think it's from England. It's like a pound or something like that. I don't know. I'm from the US, so I typically use quarters. But yeah, any like big coin would work. Using dimes and nickels and like smaller things like that, like pennies, is a little harder, but use a standard coin. So I'm going to be teaching you the French drop, which is the first move I did, where you can make things look like you're taking it and then you actually don't. And then I'm going to be doing whatever this move is called, where you place it in the hand and then do some magic stuff and get it back into your other one. And then I will show you a whole routine you can do at the end, so be sure to stick around. Okay, so the moves, like I said, are pretty simple, and I'm going to start with the French drop first, like that. So if you couldn't tell, the name French drop kind of gives it away, because the whole point is that in both of these tricks, you never actually take the coin. I never actually take the coin from my hand. If I do it real slow, look here, and as you see, the coin falls into this hand. So that's why it's called the French drop. The coin drops into your hand when you make the motion to grab it. So, when you do it, like I said, you want to come, I'll do a side view, your thumb goes underneath, and you want to pinch with your fingers. You want to make it realistic. The whole point is you make it natural looking. No one goes to grab a coin like this. Alright, and if they do, they have some issues. So you want to make sure that you're making it natural, like that. Like that is how you typically grab a coin, like that. So you want to get that motion down. Get it to where, when you do it, it looks like you actually took the coin. So when you do it, don't like freak out and say like, oh yeah, look at me grabbing the coin and now here I go. Whoa, like no, everyone's gonna tell that you did something. So I'm gonna bring it in a little closer just to show you what's really going on. So we're going right here. The thumb's gonna go underneath from here. The fingers are gonna come down like I'm going to pinch the coin. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna let go of your thumb just a little bit and let the coin drop. When it does this, it should hit the finger underneath. If you notice that it's going here, it does hit that finger and kind of folds down into the I guess the palm of your hand almost. So you're right here, you come in to grab it. From here it falls. Once it hits your thumb, that's when I clamp down to my finger. So that's when I'll do it kind of so it's falling and I go down at the same time. And then from there I bring it up. And the cool thing is, everyone's brain is going to act like there's a coin in this hand. And in fact, when I show you the little routine that you can do at the end, we use this to our advantage, and it's flipping insane. So what you do, you just make it realistic to the point where it hits, and once that coin drops, you close your fingers, and then you bring it up like this. You can even let this hand rest down to your side, you know, and just kind of take the coin and hold it in your fingers right here and just kind of close them like that and bring it down. Yeah. Or like I do, or you just leave it right here. No one's really going to notice. It looks like a very natural position. Now, if you do one of these, like, something's gonna be up. Someone's gonna they're gonna know something's up if you're holding your hand in a fist like this. So when you do it, just make it nice and natural. Hold it just like that, and then boom, let it go, and then make it appear back in this hand. So the way I got really good at this, and the way you typically get good when you're doing close-up magic and stuff like that, is you wanna make sure that you're practicing in front of a mirror. So literally go into your bathroom, and in front of your mirror or whatever, and you want to practice, just like I said, you want to practice grabbing, the coin like that. And you want to keep getting that motion down to where you're grabbing the coin, right? Make it natural, and then from there you want to act like you grab the coin, but you actually don't. So grab the coin, you're grabbing the coin, but you actually didn't grab the coin, and that's kind of the whole point. So you want to just make it seem natural. So that is the first way you can make a coin disappear, and that is called the French drop. Now, if I can find the coin, I'm going to teach you this one, where you place it in your hand like that, and you can make it disappear whichever way you want to do it. And this one is super duper cool, and it's gonna seem like it's tricky and you really can't do it, but I promise you, it's insane the way it works. So basically, you want to explain the trick. I'm going to take the coin, I'm going to place it in this hand, and then I'm going to make it disappear. And literally, that is exactly what you do. The only thing is you never let go of this coin. So watch, if I do it in super slow motion, alright, this is what it looks like. I go in, I flip the coin. That's a very important step, so I will say that. Make sure you're flipping the coin. You flip the coin, you bring it back as you close, and that's it. Just like that. And honestly, you can just hold the coin like that, or hold it in your fingertips. No one's going to notice because everyone's eyes are going to be on this hand. They're all going to be looking, so you can do whatever. You can just go like that and hang it down to your side and then reveal that the coin isn't in that hand. But that's all it is. So you're here, boom, and then you pull it back. And the crazy thing is, you're probably thinking, there's no way people are going to see it and whatnot. The tricky part is, if you get it, right, if you get it to where, it looks natural and whatnot, it looks like you're putting the coin in, right? Especially, oh, that was a good one right there. Yeah, look at that. Boom, boom, stuff like that. But you never actually do that. So the way it works is when the coin, it's shiny, when it flashes, and this will work at night too, not saying that that you need to have light, but it reflects the light. And so the last thing your brain sees is that light reflecting. And so that is what your brain sees when you close your hand. So as you close your hand, your brain notices that light and just assumes that the coin is in that hand. And before anyone could even think about, oh, is the coin in this hand's already drifting off or doing something else, to get their attention away from where the coin actually is. So again, it's that easy. You point the coin in, you close your hand, you pull the coin back, and there it is. I'll do a side view right here. You put the coin in, you close your hand, you pull the coin back, and boom, the coin is gone, right? And that's really all it is, all right? That's all you have to do to be able to do this magic trick. Again, it's going to take a lot of practice. What's going to happen whenever you do magic, you're going to be real rigid. So you're probably going to be stuff like that. You'll make it this. That's not what you want to do. Just make it nice and natural, nice and fluid. So you're doing it, boom, just like that. You're putting it in the hand, just like that. Nothing different here. Boom. And so the same way, get in front of your mirror, put the coin in the hand, right? Boom, it actually was in the hand, right? Same thing, do it again. Put the coin in the hand. Boom, right? Get good at that. Get the motion of that. Notice when you do that for real, you're not going like this, right? It's nice and easy. Nice and easy. And then you just get good at that motion to the point where you can actually make the coin disappear. Alright, so there you go. That is the second way you can make a coin look like it's disappearing. So now I'm going to show you the routine that I do whenever anyone comes up to me and is like, oh, show me a magic trick or something like that. And this is exactly what I do every time I do it. I do these two moves and I do them in this way. So first thing, I always ask if they have a coin on them, like a quarter, because that way they know it's not a trick quarter or anything, because everyone's going to be skeptical that it is. You never use a trick quarter. There's no trick behind it. The trick is you're using sleight of hand. Yeah. So this is what I do. I typically go something along like this. I'll be like, all right, follow the coin. I'll just put the coin back and forth in my hand like this, and then I'll leave it there, close it, and they'll be like, all right, great. What is it? Which hand is it in? And then of course they can normally point to it. If they don't, then you're like, boom, there's another magic trick right there. So yeah, you can always do that. And then you're like, oh, that was pretty good. And then you hold it in this hand, and you're like, boom, and you make it disappear. And the thing is, no one's expecting that you're doing a magic trick at this point, right? When you're doing this, they're just assuming that you're setting up for your next trick or whatever, and you kind of give them credit. So you're like, oh man, you got that one, that was good. And then boom, you go like that, and everyone's gonna be looking at that. They're all gonna be like looking at what you're doing, and they're gonna think it's in this hand. And then you go like that, and everyone's just gonna be like, what the heck? And you're like, oh, there it is. And then if they didn't catch it, you can always do it again. You can just say, all right, well, like, let's go like this. Boom. And then you make it disappear, right? Whoa, almost dropped it there. But don't give them the chance to even like say like, oh, it's in that hand. Always make it reappear. So you go here, boom, it's gone. Boom, it's back over here. You know, kind of like that. And people are just going to be like, what? But usually I'd say 90% of the time, after you do the little flip back and forth thing, when you're like kind of getting their attention, just by, you know, acting like you're just moving the coin to the next hand, and then you do this, everyone's going to be like, whoa, like what just happened there? Like I thought you grabbed it. And so that's the cool thing. So you do that, and then you kind of get them with that. You're like, boom, like made it disappear. So now that you have their attention because you just did the French drop trick, right? And they weren't expecting it, and they're kind of like, oh man, like that was pretty good, and they're super focused in on you. Then from there, what you do is you don't want to be like, here's this next trick, check it out. Whoa, like, don't do that, especially that way. That was trash. I was like a robot. But when you do it, you basically just want to act like it's a normal conversation. So what I say is I'll be like, what kind of like coin is this? Like, especially a handy, like something like this. Be like, don't, now if it's a quarter, obviously don't say that. You can say something like, man, there's like a buffalo in that, like what date is this quarter? And you know, stuff like that. And then this is what you do. You do the old, you know, flip in this hand trick, right? What you're going to do is you're going to say, huh, that's like strange. Like, what is this? Like, what date is this? And you're going to act like you're showing them the quarter. I'm holding nothing in my hand. I'm not doing anything. As you see, like, I'm just bringing my hand around. But if you remember how I said this looks a lot like you're holding a quarter? Well, it looks so much like that your brain, right, everyone does this, will automatically put the image of a quarter right there when you do the trick. And then at the same time, all you do is you take the hand that actually has the quarter in it, right? You're like, oh, what's this? Is this a buffalo? Like, is there a buffalo on the back of this quarter? Like, that's not an eagle. Like, what is that? You just slip it into your pocket. Boom. Now the coin's gone. And then you bring it back. You're like, all right, well, now we can start the trick. Watch this. Boom. And it's gone. And because both your hands are empty, the quarter's in their pocket. The thing is, they don't expect the trick to be starting when you're talking about like, oh man, like what's on the back of this? Like, this isn't like typical. What date is this on the quarter? Boom, you make it disappear. Then you're like, all right, now the trick can start. It's gone. And they're like, where the heck did it go? So it's pretty awesome. Sometimes we'll have people who are like, oh, it's in your pocket, because everyone knows that's where it is. But mainly you get the one up because you know that you fooled them, kind of thing. Or that they weren't able to keep track with it. So it's cool either way. And I'll demonstrate what it looks like right now. I'm just gonna act like you're my partner, I guess, because I don't have friends to do it with. All right. So here's you go. The first trick, I'm gonna take the coin. I'm gonna flip it back and forth in between my hands like this. And which hand's the coin in? All right. You got that one. That was good. Good work. If you didn't get that one, I'd kind of be nervous. You know, that would make it that'd be pretty bad. So wait, what kind of coin is this? This isn't a quarter. What is this? This is I don't know. What date is that? All right. We'll start the trick. You ready? Boom. So yeah, that was kind of awkward because I had to do it to the camera and not anyone else. It's a lot easier when you have people like talking back, because when you're like, man, what's the date on this quarter? Like, is that a buffalo on the back of the quarter, or like on the front of it or something? And then they're looking at it too, and they'll be like, oh, I don't even know. And I'm like, man, that's like an old quarter. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then boom, you make it disappear. You can also do this. You know, this is, I feel like this is an easier move to do than the French drop. Like that, which is why I say you can do that. The only downside of it is you're putting the coin in literally like right in front of them. And their attention's going to be on this hand, so it can be done. But I would recommend getting really good at the French drop, right? Boom, and then using that as your the trick where you really get them, and using, you know, this one here as the beginner trick. So you're starting it off, you know, flipping back and forth in your hand. What hand is it in? Oh, great job, you got that. And then you do you know, one of those. You bring it back over here. Now you got their attention. Now they're engaged. And then you're like, oh, what kind of quarter is this? Like, you know, like that person, like it doesn't look right. Like, what's on the date of it? And then from there you fake grab it, you pull it back like, oh, is that 1967? Like that's an old freaking quarter, yo. I don't know. Don't be that awkward, all right? Just make some kind of small talk, and then the coin's in your pocket. Of course, you have nothing. Act like you do it. Make it disappear. That way, I like that version just a little bit better. That way, when you do it, you're not putting the quarter in facing them. Instead, you turn your whole body around, slip the quarter in with this backhand here while you're showing them here, and then you're like, all right, let's start the trick, and it's gone. So there you go. That's how you can make a coin disappear, you know, real close to someone's face and whatnot. And, you know, you can do some cool close-up magic. But, yeah, practice it and make every move look natural. It's a lot of fun to do, a lot of fun to, like, mess with people once you get it done. Yeah, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Go down, tell me what you want to see next and things like that. And I will see you in the next video. See ya!